Morning, YouTube. Erie Shores Prepping here. If you can read that, it says T-minus 345 days till America falls. Why am I saying that? Because this is what I believe is going to happen within the next 100 days, 1 year, 3 years. President Biden is going to be removed from office for whatever medical reason they deem, meaning Congress. And once they feel the plan is in place, President Biden will be removed from office, be replaced with Kamala Harris, who will then name either Michelle Obama, a continuation of Obama's third term, or Hillary Clinton, throwing her a bone because they feel she was robbed from the first election, and she has connections around the world with the New World Order and has set it up. Plus, she's popular, more popular than Kamala Harris by far. So Harris has to name somebody that's going to be very popular to support her and go forward with the agenda. So we both know Obama and Clinton are familiar with the agenda to overthrow America, make it something into a socialist, Marxist world in which they could thrive. Either one of those will do the job. How are they going to make this happen? They already have the troops in Washington, D.C. to prevent any protesting, rioting, or quote-unquote insurrectionists from taking over the Capitol. Those troops aren't going anywhere. They're going to stay put. And it's just fake outrage over that. Mitch McConnell has sold us out. You've already seen that. You will also see more GOP senators, as you've already seen, mislead us, misrepresent us. Same in Congress. So we've already been sold out. You're also going to see big tech fall into line with the New World Order. This will be mass censorship. What they are going to do is put a spin on what is, I believe, going to happen through TV, radio, internet, and newspapers. And how are they going to do that? You're going to see conservative talk show hosts off the air. Radio will now be censored off the air. The internet, which you've already seen, videos will be taken down and be replaced with all kinds of little puppies playing in the field and you know, just nonsense videos, making cakes, all this other kind of crap, okay? So you're going to see that. Newspapers are already in line with that, with the columnists and their opinion pieces, which, you know, start as news. All right, so you're going to have that. And this will all be under the guise of a commission set up by the Congress to investigate right-wing conspiracy people. So they have to have a bad person, a boogeyman, to blame, as in Nazi Germany, as in Russia, as in China, and every other communist, socialist country, Germany. They all had to have bad people to villainize, and the right-wing conservatives are going to be named that. So there's going to be a war on that. We're going to be named bad people, and they're going to set up laws to shut us up. Military is already under a 90-day hold to purge Trump supporters, leaders out of the army under the guise of military, right-wing, white supremacist garbage. That's nonsense. They want leftists in control that will support this left-wing agenda. They're going to purge the leadership out of there so that they can have control over that. You've already seen Chuck Schumer threaten the Supreme Court, and the Chief Justice is a gutless wonder. He's a chicken, and he will make any law happen that they deem necessary. You've seen it with all kinds of gay marriage, abortion, Anything that is anti-conservative, the Chief Justice is going to make happen so he could keep his job and his legacy. If not, Schumer has already threatened to pack the courts and get their radical left-wing laws passed so they could continue on with their agenda. Number 6, they're going to introduce the FEDCOIN, which is already in works to keep up with China. What does that do? That means that your paper money, your coins, will have to be turned in, and you will receive direct deposit from the federal government. Now you think about that. The federal government is going to be controlling the flow of money in and out of your bank account. So that way, if you do not toe the line, you do not support this radical left agenda, you don't get any money deposited. You can't get a job because you're not allowed. You're going to be branded, and you can't do that. I ran out of room, so number 7, going along with that, number 6 is you are going to be required to take the shot, the COVID shot. If you can't do that, you can't toe the line, you don't work, you don't go into stores, you're not allowed to leave cities, towns, states, you're not allowed to travel. Number 8, which is not on the board, you're going to be rated on your social agenda, which is following what China's already doing. If you do not toe the party line, meaning the American leftist agenda, via Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff, you're going to be marginalized and not allowed to buy, shop, sell, travel, whatever. Okay? Now that's a real brief fall of America, how it's going to happen. Now you say, well, we're going to stand up to this. President Trump said this. Okay, so let's say President Trump says, not on my watch. I'm not going to allow this agenda to take place. He preached it and everything else. So let's look at it realistically. President Trump starts the American Patriot Army. I'm just making this up. I don't know if he is or not. This is my theory alone. I have no proof other than what I've seen on the news and what they're doing, so I'm just trying to string this all together. So President Trump forms the America Patriot Army. Out of the 75 million people that voted for President Trump and supported him, how many do you actually think will pick up arms? You've already got them started with gun control. And those people that say, well, I'm going to turn it in under a buyback program. How many people are actually going to pick up arms and resist this fall of America? History tells us that 3% of 72 to 75 million people will actually bear arms and stand up for the Constitution and your freedoms. 3% will say, I will support you in any other way, but I will not bear arms against my fellow countrymen. And 3%, 1/3 of each of these, is going to say, I'll take my chances with the new world order and not do anything and actively support the leftist agenda. So you have 1/3 of 75 million will stand up and bear arms and create a civil war. 1/3 says, I will support you through bringing you food, medical, shelter, whatever. 1/3 will actively fight against you. So you think about that. Now, how are they going to counter that? They've already flooded our country with South American mercs. MS-65 or other groups will be promised governorships, mayorships, control of cities. If they fight on the side of this leftist agenda, they will be promised wealth, land, control, leadership, if they take orders from this leftist agenda. And again, this is all theory. but I see this happening to America. So they're flooding the country with foreign bodies that will take orders from the left-wing agenda. So you have half the military that will not fire on fellow Americans. They will be replaced by mercs from South America and foreign armies that will enforce the left. So that means foreign armies, say, from China, Russia, Mideast, or other countries that will back the deemed legitimate government of the United States through elections. And whatever you think of the elections, that will be up to you. But they're going to call in help to suppress the future civil war that may happen in America. Now, I understand this is a short video. It's 11 minutes so far. And I've glossed over this. But this is something that you really need to consider quickly. And how are you going to survive it? By forming small groups that you know of, that you know the people of, that are not government plants, that are loyal to your survival and you to theirs. You will stockpile food, even though they are going to ban it and say that it's unpatriotic and it is illegal to hoard food, medical supplies, and guns and ammo will already be suspect on our Second Amendment constitutional right will be removed or diminished to beyond belief. So people, I predict this is going to start happening immediately, and within a year, I see America falling. If you don't believe me, keep watching and doing nothing. Erie Shores Prepping, out.